Hey everybody, Vick here. Hope you're doing awesome today. Hope you're doing fantastical as always. Welcome to Million Dollar Idea number dos. Right, so somebody asked me the other day, they're like, Vick, how long are you going to be doing these videos? How often are you going to be putting these out? What is this all about, right? So let me kind of address that real quick, and then I'm going to give you Million Dollar Idea number two. So basically, what I wanted to do is something a little bit different. All the time you see out there, people are doing all kinds of webinars and inviting people onto conference calls and doing putting out free content, but then they pitch you something, right? And I was just looking at that. I'm like, that's okay to do it once in a while, but if you're building your business like that, I mean, if you're conditioning people to, every time you put out a free piece of content, there's always going to be a pitch at the end. Well, it's not really free. You see what I'm saying here? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something different. I wanted to put out valuable information out there for my followers, for my subscribers, and just share ideas and stuff that works for me personally, that works for me really, really well, and in hopes that you apply it, in your business, see how it see how it goes for you. Maybe you can go out there and make $1 million. But my intention is, with every single episode that I'm going to put out, right, in Million Dollar Idea series, my intention is to give you an idea that can be worth $1 million in your business or more, right? So some of them are going to be very, very simple and basic on the surface level, right? And some of them are going to be, a lot more advanced, right? So don't let simplicity deceive you, for lack of a better word. Because a lot of times what I found in business is simple ideas can make bigger impact in your business than complicated, advanced material out there, right? A lot of times, simple, basic concepts. A lot of times people fail because they're looking for, the next biggest, most advanced technique or method or whatever. That's, the latest thing that's out there, right? Abandoning very basic stuff that has been working so well for so many years for so many people. Does that make sense? So how long am I going to be doing these? I don't know. This is not a pre-launch to anything. I'll just be putting these out every few days, here and there, putting them on my blog. And if you're a follower of mine, great, you'll get to see these, right? And these are free of charge. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know what you take out from these. Let me know if you implemented them. Let me know if they're making an impact in your life and in your business, right? I'm the kind of person, I believe that your business is a direct reflection of you, okay? And I know that some people are not, some people will not agree with that. I tend to agree with that statement 100%, not because, I'm making it, but because I lived it, right? And because I've seen this to be true in so many people's lives, literally thousands upon thousands of people's lives. I have been in this industry for 9 years, and one thing that's kind of repeating itself over and over and over again is the fact that, the kind of person you are, right, your business is going to reflect that. Let me clarify this, okay? So I'm going to keep this video short for a couple of reasons. Number one, I just got back from church, right? So that's why I'm kind of, dressed like this a little bit. More dressy, right, than normal. But another thing is I actually got to run. So and a third reason is, I told you that I would put this video out over the weekend, so I wanted to get this out before before I forgot and then got busy with other stuff. So this idea is this. We can call this just you, okay? We can call it just you. Let me explain this. I believe, and you don't have to agree with me on that, right? But I believe that the kind of person you are, okay, the kind of person that you are, you will have a business that's going to be a reflection of that, okay? Let me see if I can clarify this a little bit more. Everybody, like when we're around people, right, when we go to conferences, when we go to events, when we go, in public, right, everybody, we're all trying to be the best version of ourselves, hopefully, all right, possible. What I'm talking about here is I'm talking about the kind of person you are when nobody's looking, okay? When the lights are off and the cameras are rolling, right? What kind of person you are at your very core, right? I believe your business is going to be that, Okay, that's right. When nobody's looking, when there is nobody who can, who can judge you, right, but yourself. Let me give you an example, right? You're driving in the car, and and you're eating, you got a piece of candy, right? You opened up a piece of candy, and the wrapper, right? And there is nobody else in the car with you, just by yourself, right? And you got this wrapper after the candy, right? The candy wrapper. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna throw it out the window, or are you gonna put it, and bring it home or wherever you're going, and then put it in the garbage? Okay. See, simple, basic, elementary stuff, right? You're walking at your house, or at a friend's house, or at a party or whatever, and you see, a piece of I don't know, a piece of something on the floor that needs to be in the garbage, right? You're gonna pick it up, or you're just gonna pass by it, right? Now, I'm not saying to pick up every single thing off the floor, right? If it's a garbage on the floor, but I'm saying that, like, the kind of person you are at your very core, right? You know yourself better than anybody else, right? And as you're building your business, I think it's important to go deep down, right, and figure out exactly who you are. Because why is it important? Why are we not talking about traffic and conversions and all this and all that, right? And we're going to talk about that. This is, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff here, right? But I think it's important for every entrepreneur, right, if they want to build a highly successful business, the kind of business that will be sustainable, the kind of business that will have integrity, the kind of business that will be here for a very, 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 very long time, the kind of business that will make an impact, right, that's going to be deeper than your competition, the kind of business that will be like magnetic to other people, right? Some businesses, have you noticed that some people or some companies out there, you look at them, right, from like a distance, and they seem to have this kind of aura around them, right, that just kind of pulls you in. You want to be around that person, you want to be around that company, you want to have their products, right? You want to be a part of that thing that's going on in there, right? While you look at others and you don't know what it is, but for some reason you feel this resistance from the person, right? For some reason the company might be great, but you don't feel that pull, right, to that company. Well, I think it's people who are truly successful and who have that aura of magnetism to them, right? I think those people figured out, and they got very, very, they got their core values in place, internally, personally. Okay, so my message for you today, my friend, is as you're building this business, why don't we all, myself included? Listen, I'm not talking, I'm not making this video for you, and talking about this to tell you that I'm somebody special that has never done anything stupid in my life. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life, right, that I regret it. I made a lot of mistakes, right? Still doing it, right? I still make mistakes all the time, right? But I'm trying to correct them as fast as I possibly can, right? And I'm trying to be better today than I was yesterday. That's kind of my personal mission, right? And as I'm building my business, as I'm putting together campaigns, as I'm creating new products, as I'm putting together a company and trying to take my things to the next level and trying to make a bigger impact, I want to make sure that I lead by example, and the person you're gonna lead first is yourself. Does that make sense? My message to all entrepreneurs, whether you're an online marketer, whether you're an offline marketer, if you are building a business, right? If you're trying to make an impact, if you're trying to make a difference in the world, if you're trying to touch somebody with your product or service, right? I say let's all look deep inside ourselves and figure out exactly what your core values are and operate your business from those core values. Because whatever type of person you are on the deep inside, right? That stuff is going to be, that's going to be a reflection in your business. And it's going to be easier for you to build your business, if you're a person of integrity, if you got core values, if you're building your business with just an idea or this thinking that, I just want to make as much money as possible, as fast as possible, you might you probably get there, but there is no long-term, there is no longevity there, right? I mean, I had to leave one of the business relationships just recently here because the person I was working with, I felt like our core values did not align. You know, business is not all about money. Business is about making a difference. If your product, if your service, if your message, if your company can make a difference for your customer that's bigger and much grander than the money that you receive in exchange, then, my friend, you can take this thing to, you can build a dynasty with it. Okay, so that's my message for you today. Hope you start applying that and kind of do a self-check on that. Do a self-test. And what we're gonna do moving forward is, we're gonna talk about things. One of the things. Here's how I'm going to structure this. Okay, we're gonna be talking about things that you can call it the invisible stuff, right? The invisible, the below. Like when you look at the iceberg, right? When you look at the iceberg floating in the ocean, what you see above the water is like 2% of what's beneath the water. Does that make sense? So what I think is important for us to understand is the stuff that's going on beneath the surface, right? Where everybody else cannot see, where you cannot see. Okay, I mean, but like myself, if I look at your business, if I look at you, I only see that 2%, the tip of the iceberg, right? What I don't see is what's going on below the surface of the water, right? And I believe that, when everybody else is teaching the surface type stuff, the above the water type stuff, the 2% type stuff, right? I believe if we take care of the stuff that's underneath, see, that's the kind of mess that drives this iceberg, and that's the kind of mess that's gonna. I mean, that's what sunk Titanic, right? It's not the top, but it was the bottom, right? And if we talk about the bottom, if we get foundational core value stuff, if we get all this fundamental stuff in place, and we get it very, very clear, we really crystallize it for our business. You know what? Taking care of the traffic and what do I promote? How do I promote it? How do I get people to buy my stuff? How do I get more conversions? All that stuff, trust me, is going to take care of itself. All right, my friends. So we are going to be talking about the below the surface stuff. We will also talk about the above the surface stuff. So my hope is, what? I'm just going to share with you what I believe will make a difference for you to the tune of possibly $1 million or more. Okay. And so let me know how it goes for you. Let me know in the comments below the video. More importantly, apply this. Really put this to the work. Put it to the test. Test me on this kind of stuff. Because I'm not going to give you fluff. I'm not going to give you stuff just to kind of shoot a video. Listen, I'm not going to shoot a video for you just to shoot a video for the sake of shooting a video, just to waste your time or my time. My intention is when you apply some of these principles, and if you really think about them, and if you really, take the time to, just kind of marinate it in your head for a little bit, right? And then put it to use, right? Apply it in your business. See how it goes for you. I really hope, and I really truly believe that it's going to make a big impact for your business, for your life. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. For now, let me know how it goes for you. If you feel that somebody else might benefit from this, training, which by the way is free, and there is going to be nothing for sale at the end of it. Let them, share this content with them. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.